Hello, 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 everybody. What's going down? My name is Sonja Marie with Wordlife Astrology here, giving you some awesome transit information, astrological transit information for the week of June 2nd, 2025. How was your weekend? I am happy to report that mine was pretty awesome. Waiting for a few people to come on in order to elaborate, but for those that are here already, hello, how you doing, Judy? Much love to you. Hope you had a good time last night. I know I did. I had a really good time last night. Let me fix this situation here. All the technical stuff going down. D Stokes is in the room, in the building. What up, sweet Leo? Leo, good God, did I say you was a Leo? Taurus lady. Hello. Waving hi to everybody on Instagram. D Stokes, I got it confused for a second. I am tired. I is tired today. So I'm gonna do my best to take my time and try to keep my mind, which is the title, sort of kinda, of this particular rundown. Why is this thing so crooked? Of this rundown is the mind is the servant, and I love to, of the soul, and I love to elaborate that in a minute. So I'm gonna try to hold my mind. Is your moon shining, D? I knew something about you was a Leo. Something poignant. What's going on? Lady Anka's here. Nice to see you in the place. Hello, Issa. Also, like I said, D is here, and Kimberly. Y'all coming in nice and slow. But I will ask you to do your best and let a few people know. If you know that they like my rundowns, that your girl is on. I'm not going to be here for too long. What happened to my book? Oh, Sonia, I'm so not prepared. I'm gonna have to go in the other room and get my book, y'all. Hold on, real quick. Aw. Okay, I'm back. Gotta keep my head on tight today. Ooh wee. So yeah, let's break it on down and let y'all know how this weekend was for me. How was it for you? Please talk among yourselves. Let everybody know how it feels in this moment in time to be in Gemini season, to be awakened. Yo, here comes a quick download. I was doing some research a couple of days ago, and how June is like this crazy shift for everybody. And I don't know if y'all feel it. Specifically, us walking into not just power, but a courageous space of leaving all that we was behind. That sounds so gosh darn memeish. It sounds like what everybody is saying, but there's a true type of level up that's happening um, with this month, particularly us going into June, us going into the summer solstice, us cleansing away, what has been springing up in the spring, and definitely what's been dormant in the winter. I want y'all to start paying attention to that. Pay attention, please, very please. I want to elaborate right now, but I'm gonna get into it in the coming weeks. But pay attention, please, throughout June. If you feel like literal a flower, a shedding has happened, and there's like this budding that's going on inside you. Now, the way we know that, and I know I'm starting off right out the gate, y'all, but the way we know that is by, let me say it like this. The way I hear it is like sometimes when we are presented, thank you, with a situation, right? Like somebody is arguing about something that would normally trigger you. Follow me, y'all. And you see yourself, feel yourself being triggered in the moment, and then you respond quite differently, which means that we are going through some type of unveiling, some type of leveling up when you can actually look at your old self going, is that what we going to do right now? You talking to your old self. Like, we're not going to react in those ways anymore. Oh, this is how we're going to say it. But you do feel that same angst. of how you used to act. It's like we're at a threshold in a sense. Does that make sense to anybody? Please tell me in the comments and let me know. But I just wanted to share that with you very, very quickly in case anybody is feeling that. Now, for my report from yesterday, maybe a few of you want to know, ZP, yes, sweet ass. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with a sister and the five of us on stage, and also Fanny and her band as well. We had a ball yesterday. We had an absolute ball yesterday. I'm gonna tell you honestly, there was a few like human, when you ever go to a live show, by the way, there's always some human mistakes that's happening because it's live. It ain't AI, it ain't the goddamn computer, it's none of those things. These are real people playing real music, making real mistakes, and making you feel something real prayerfully. And that's what I felt all the real in my bones. I'm the type of performer where I just leave it all on the stage. It comes out in my sweat, it comes out of my skin, it comes out of my voice. I'm spitting and shit on everybody in front of me. It's coming out, everybody. It's absolutely gonna come out and end up on you some kind of way. So I had a really, really good time. And again, thank you, Zena. Thank you, Angelique, for coming out and supporting the sister. Thank you for the support. Now, I want to say this, and I'm saying this with all honesty, sincerity, and respect to all those that are out there that may come across this video and can learn something from this. Please do me and the rest of your artist friends a favor. You may think that people are thinking about you coming or not coming the day of, hours before, but it's really, really gnarly to an artist when you text them and tell them you're not coming. You may think I'm giving you respect in case you're looking out for me. To be truthful with you, I just want you in the room. And if you can't be in the room, I believe, and most artists do, believe there's a good reason why you're not there, or else you would be there. But what it could do, and I'm being very candid with y'all because I want to teach y'all some kind of etiquette every now and again. I'm a Cancer. I'm somebody's mama, but Cancer is the mama of the zodiac. So I just want to say, hold information sometimes, because the buildup of 20 people telling me they're not coming, it doesn't feel good in the chest. Does that make sense? Really? I want to get some feedback on that for real. And I'm just really trying to show y'all something. I'm happy if you're there. And I understand if you cannot be there. But for those that were there, thank you. And those that were there in spirit, thank you too. I love your spirit. I love you being in the room. I could feel all kinds of energy. Y'all know that. But I don't need the apologies. I don't need the explanations. I don't need all of that thing. You know what I mean? Because then I start getting into business mode. And I'm like, the money going to be funny. 20 people ain't coming. 15 people are coming. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not trying to be in that space. And an hour before a gig, I mean, why would you text somebody an hour before a gig? Anyway, I'm being a slightly facetious, but I really would just want to share with y'all that this artist way, Zena P, Angelique, the beautiful people that was there that heard me sing that song last night, this artist way is not for the faint of heart. But anybody that knows, if you are an artist, if you are creative, if you are somebody that's literally borning things from your body, mind, and soul, we're going to get into the rundown in a minute, y'all. Be patient, okay? You will know that it's not an easy task. It's just not, because we absorb almost everything in order to deliver. That's why the greats are the greats, you dig? And that's why a lot of times they go batty, because there's way too much information. Anyway, I'm gonna stop that conversation because it's not necessary to drag it on. I think y'all know where I'm coming from. But I'm so grateful that y'all were there. And hey. To the people that's in town on July 6th, please come out and see Cody Chestnut and I. We will be at the same place, same time. July 6th at 52 Windward Avenue at the Del Monte, okay? Cody Chestnut, please look him up. He used to be down with the Roots crew. He got a bunch of information, I should say, songs out there of his own. Like, he is a soulful kind of cat. I love him very, very dearly. Okay, come and check us out. And for those that want to see us from the comfort of your own home on Stage It, I'm going to do a live stream for July 6th. So expect some information in order to sign up for that and spread the word. Ooh, I got another announcement. I want to do a spin. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. I don't mean to offend anyone if I do. It's not about offending. It's just about sharing, again, my truth. And I'm sure we would benefit if we heard yours as well, because that's how we learn to be compassionate to others. We have to see and hear and feel another's truth to gain a different perspective, right? All right, so here's another quick announcement, and then we can move on to the week. I'm throwing out there a summer special because I feel special. I'm happy in my skin, doing what I love to do, and I want to share that. So I'm taking $111 off. My readings will be 222 for the month of June and July. The link is in my bio on Instagram. I'm gonna put it on YouTube in a minute once I get off of here. Okay. So you can go ahead and schedule and pay. And you can also do it with a friend. To be honest with you, sometimes, people like to do that thing with a best friend, with their spouse or whatever. Split the time, split the course, and get some of this information on you, because I'm really feeling high about what June is bringing to all of us for the rest of the year. We can't go backwards really no more. It's leaving our bodies, y'all. Y'all don't feel that? I didn't see no comments, although I cannot really read. But do y'all feel the shift? So I want to assist with that, is my point. I want to assist with that, and I don't want money to get in the way. But I do want a nice little exchange. So get up on that summer special, June and July for 222 for my 90-minute readings, okay? Get on that thing. It's available right now. Go ahead and schedule. Okay. Let's go on in to the weekly rundown. Let me say hi to a couple more people, because y'all rolled in here a little bit late. It feels like a lazy Sunday today for me. What's up, Anje? Rabbi Rob is here. What's happening to, I said hello to Kimberly. Not too many other people, but I appreciate y'all being here. Our Candace is here. How you doing, sweetheart? Always good to see y'all. The regulars roll up in the spot. It makes me excited. I love and appreciate your support. That's what we need. Just support each other, y'all. That's all. A little bit goes a long, long freaking way. All right. This week. So let me tell y'all the reason why I entitled this particular video and this rundown, The Mind is a Servant to the Soul, because actually I can't really take credit for that. It's an unknown author to a quote that I read a long, long time ago. And I love it. Actually, it's in the cards, but I don't know who the author is. But the meaning behind that, if you're a little confused by that, let me explain that real quick. And you may understand, but here we go. I believe from this excerpt, and I actually do believe in it, is that the mind is a servant to what it is the soul wants to do. The soul came here in here knowing, y'all. The soul knows the way, the artist's way. When I make up my mind to find the artist's way, I am safe inside. I make my heart lead the way. That was one of the songs I sang. I love that song. I love that. I could sing that all night long. When I make up my mind to find. So in order to find your way, your artist way, your soul's way, we need to respond to what the soul, what the heart wants to do. You dig? You got that? And the mind is the servant to that. The mind says, all right, this is what we're going to do here. I like to use this famous example. Sometimes I tell this to my clients. The soul will come on the planet and go, yo, we're going to be a teacher this time. We're going to be a teacher in this incarnation. And the brain is like, oh, hell no, we're not. We're going to be Beyonce, because teachers only make $30,000 a year. Probably a little bit more by now, but really low on the totem pole, as a lot of us know, right? So the mind goes and does. The mind goes and does other things, preparing itself to be Beyonce. But lo and behold, 10 years later, 15 years later, what do you end up doing? Teaching, because the soul told you we on this planet to teach this time around. You dig? So the mind is the servant to the soul. And when we allow the mind to overrun the soul, ooh, we prepare for detours because the soul will win out. The Artist's Way book is awesome. Absolutely awesome. But you know what? I wasn't thinking, Squirrel, I wasn't thinking about that book when I wrote that little hook there, to be quite honest with you. But it is a great, great book. And I hope you like my little ditty real quick that I just gave you. And not puffy, motherfuckers. Anyway, the bottom line is that we have to be mindful of that. And this week, the mind is going to run. The mind is going to run on some courses in which we have to be very, very diligent in order to catch it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? But I love this week for a plan of action. As long as you're following the soul. Y'all with me so far? Yeah? Okay. Ask any questions that you have. Put a bunch of question marks behind the sentence so I can see that it's a question, because as you know, your girl can't see. And let's get going with my girls, the Golden Girls. They crack me up. Oh my God. I love them. They bring me back to life. All right, Monday, today, the 2nd, the moon is in Virgo. Ooh, maybe that's why I feel so. Besides, I have some tea over here. But moon is in Virgo, in which we need to organize and stay incredibly critical. We would like to express in that way, critically, in compartments, detailed, like, and to be organized, right? Very, very particular. Are you feeling particular about what you want to eat today, about what you want to wear today, about how people are responding to you today? Are you like nitpicking any situation? Are those your emotional reactions to things? You can thank the moon in Virgo, and it doesn't matter what sign your moon is or what sign your sun sign is, okay? The moon in Virgo is the transit moon in Virgo, and we all get this little bit on us. It depends on how we respond to it that makes up our experience, you dig? There's one aspect today. That moon in Virgo is squaring the sun in Gemini. Now, isn't this interesting? Both Gemini, this is the teacher in me, both Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. Here we go. The mind, heading up the mind this whole entire week. There's a method to my madness, people. There's a method to my madness. So this whole week is started out by Mercury information, heady information, conversations, emails, travel, all types of, again, technology and communicative devices that allow you to receive more. You dig? That allows you to hear, that allows you to speak, allows you to read, allows you to write, all things communicative. So today, with the moon being in Virgo, specifically looking out for details, but the sun is shining in Gemini, which really don't care too much about details. Although Gemini thrives in putting the details in its compartments and can multitask, with the moon in Virgo squaring against that sun, it looks like this. Blah. It looks like I gotta get ready to organize all the things. I got 4 piles of dirty clothes in the middle of my room. Who's that? Who's that right now? Tell on yourself. I got 4 piles of dirty clothes. I got all the dishes. Like, I have the mess that's around me in a sense, where the Gemini sun the sun is always the top ruler. You know, Slick Rick the ruler. The sun is always the top ruler. The sun is splaying the things all around in these multi compartments, whereas the moon in Virgo is like, what the hell? I gotta organize. I gotta get it together. I gotta be critical about people and their disorganization and their scattered brains. So don't be that. Okay, catch yourself. If you find yourself is that the right word to say? If you find yourself overly critical about people and them being scattered, even to yourself. Why? Because this is the feeling. I swear to God, I feel just like this aspect right now. Just my brain is going in all these different ways, and I want to be able to do 5 different things while I'm talking to you. It's actually really impossible to do. But at the same time, it's freaking out the mood, because the moon is the mood. Don't allow your mood to get thrown off by the fact that there's a little bit of a mental mess that's happening. there's a little disorganization that's happening. Does this resonate with anyone? Yes, yes, y'all, talk to me, right? Don't let your mood get out of whack. So what? You got 4 piles of clothes. So what? You got a whole thing of dishes in the sink. Get to what's important first and then do the rest later. That makes sense, Judy? I'm glad that that resonates with you. You know what I mean? Because the hardest thing is trying to live a life while we're constantly checking ourselves. Do you understand that? It's hard to be your own worst critic because sometimes you just can't find a way. Sometimes you can't get out of the barbed wire fence. Sometimes you get so stuck in how you want to do it, how you want to start it, how you want to spend money on this project, how you want to answer this email, but I don't have the right words. I need to talk to this person, but they get on my nerves, so I don't really know what to say in order to get what I want. All of these things going in and out of your brain as you're trying to execute the words, the actual words and communication. Does that make sense, y'all? I hope so. I really, really hope so. Be easy on yourselves today. Which is interesting. Tomorrow it continues. But now, tomorrow, be it Tuesday, the moon is still going to be in Virgo, but that moon is now going to square Mercury. That's double time. That's double time. Double time in your mind. I'm telling you, I'm still on stage. I want to make a song out of everything. Double time in your mind. It's double. But Sonja, don't be a 1983 rapper. Double time in your mind. Double time. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the moon in Virgo is squaring up that Mercury. So challenge making all things make sense without being overly critical. Already said that about the sun, of your findings. You know what I mean? Again, it's the same type of thing, but it's more so in the head tomorrow. Whereas today, there's like a buildup around it and your ego gets kind of fucked up around it. Does that make sense? That your ego gets messed up in regards to it about to happen and land in your head. So tomorrow you really have to know, okay, the scattered brainness is still happening. Wake up again, please. If y'all don't hear nothing I say today, just do yourself a favor and knock out the important things on your to-do list. Please and very please. Because Gemini season don't care about knocking out the to-do list, but Virgo energy does. Gemini just says, I got all these things to do and I get to it when I want to, when I need to, when I got time, when I drink some wine. You understand what I'm saying? When we having, whatever. The bottom line is don't be critical on you. It continues. On Wednesday, the moon goes into Libra. Now, this can kind of help out the heady mess. Because in Virgo, it's earth sign, it's practical. It has an aim to get to a solution on some level, right? But when the moon jumps into Libra, she not only is going to take the side of her Gemini compadre, but she also has a way, I love Libra for this, she also has a way of being the leader of the head. Whereas Virgo is trying to service that heady energy, Libra says, hold on, everybody, pipe down. Take all of this stuff, put all these clothes in this pile, wash this today, take these to the cleaners. You understand what I'm saying? Libra always has a plan. So the plan is coming through on Wednesday. I need y'all to understand that. You might wake up Wednesday when the moon is still in Virgo squaring up Jupiter, not thinking that you're going to have a way today. So the thing is on Wednesday when we wake up and we're still in that cloud, you may see an opportunity where the scattered brainness didn't grow corn for you, didn't bring you opportunities, didn't allow you to expand, made you have a bad day, in quotes. You understand, the days before, and you still feel that bad day, that confusion, that headiness. Are y'all with me? I know I'm all over the place, sort of, maybe, but like I just said, it's a heady day. Okay. So on Wednesday, when we wake up, do yourself a favor and don't sit too much in the mood of, I'm not getting what I want just yet, because you will. You haven't sorted it out yet. This is not the end. Let me say that a little slower. Oftentimes, when Mercury is fighting against itself, right? Like I explained a little bit earlier, we can become deers caught in a headlight. Truly. We can be that deer in the headlights. So you get frozen, like, I don't want to do nothing. And then you get hard on yourself and you become critical of yourself. And then you get further buried in some shit that you may or may not be able to control. It's just a little scattered right now and asking you to examine the information before you make a decision. Are y'all hearing me? I'm dropping some spit today. Are you driving? Where you at? What y'all doing? I need y'all to tell me. Hi, Jazz Smith 79. What's going on, Issa W. Lauren? Why am I talking like that? Oh, I'm so goofy right now. And just to think, a couple of hours ago, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? God is giving me a new way of living. I'm seeing myself from the outside of myself and pushing myself to go forward. I'm going to do the same for you. Keep moving, y'all. Stay on the path, okay? My mother told me that today too. On Wednesday, again, we might wake up feeling like everything is all over the place and we want to be hard on ourselves because we don't see ourselves growing in that moment. Shake that, because you are. You're just in a little bit of a bout, a little bit of a wired, barbed wire fence. You're not trying to stop and get caught in your fear. You're just trying to mull through it and ask the questions as you do. Knock off the to-do list. I'm repeating for a reason. Knock off the to-do list as much as you can, okay? And be all right with it, babies. That's all I'm saying. On Wednesday as well, there's a balance of that moon and Virgo, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Saturn is in Aries right now, or Pisces? Saturn is still in Pisces. So yeah, that moon in Virgo is balancing out. Saturn is a balance of being particular and allowing disciplines and lessons to work its magic. Thank you. Oh, that's a great segue. So Spirit just hit me with boom. If you do yourself a favor and not be so overly critical on you, Saturn in Pisces on Wednesday says, I got your back, boo-boo. All the discipline that needs to happen, all the rituals that need to happen, all the hard work, all the concentration, I will alert you intuitively. Hello, everybody coming on in. I will alert you intuitively. Does that make sense? Please, I hope it does when the day gets here. Y'all drop some comments in the section here in a couple of days and let me know how that works out. Specifically and in an example. So you're freaking out about the details that you need to, I don't know, a cure on a project that you're doing. Okay, cool. You don't have all the details. Everything is running amok. All things are scattered or whatever. And Spirit says, listen, remember the discipline of breathing. Saturn is discipline. Remember the discipline and the lesson of taking your time and saying a prayer. Remember the discipline of listening to your ancestors and going, hey, Sonja, it's okay. This may not play out the way you want to play out this week. You may not be getting the answers, the information, the conversations that you think you deserve in this moment. But Saturn and Pisces is so intuitive and it knows, as the grandfather it is, where you need the importance, where you need the priority. Bank on Saturn helping you with your priorities, as opposed to trying to keep it all neat, all perfect, all orderly. Ooh, I hope that makes sense. Also on Wednesday, that moon, which is now going to switch into Libra, it wants to trine up Pluto. I like that. I like that. And Pluto is going retrograde, remember? Because that Libra moon is doing its best to find intellectual ways to reinstate your power. How dope is that? So even though we go through all of this, scattered brainness, and we can also call it like the rinse cycle, you know what I mean? In the washing machine or whatever, all things are rinsing around and they're disorderly and you're trying to figure out what to do and how to do it, whatever. Here comes on Wednesday, the moon in Libra saying to Pluto, yo, let's gain our power back. You know, let's look at the things that's going to make us powerful in reverse because it's in retrograde. Let's unearth the things that we know we can stand on. I know I'm a goddamn good ass performer. That's all I got to say. And what I mean by that, using myself as an example, is that I don't have to jump to, gosh, I need help in marketing, which I do, y'all. Gosh, I need help in promoting, which I do. Gosh, I need people to show up at my shows, which I do, y'all. Gosh, I need blah, 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 blah. If I start going off in all of these different areas, again, use yourself as an example within my own example. And if I start going off in all of these examples, I can very well get off the importance that I'm a dope performer and take that power away from me and try to distribute my power in other places. Does that make sense? Ooh, let me know. So, hey, Yaya, does that make sense? We have to do ourselves. We have to know what it is that we stand on Wednesday, what we actually do have. And then we work towards the other things as the dust settles, as the rinse cycle rings it out, as things start to become a lot more orderly. Y'all get that? That's some good information for myself. I'm telling y'all, squirrel, I freaking sit here and I pray before it and I'm like, God, send me a message through myself because I need to hear some gosh darn things too. So thank you. I appreciate that. So understand this though. On Wednesday, to round it out, when we get our mind together and when our mind becomes the servant now to the soul, when our mind says, yo, 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 yo. Let me say that again. When our soul says, yo, 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 mind, don't trip out. I know things is a little disorderly right now, but remember, we got to be that teacher. Remember, we got to do our job. Remember, you are a performer. You can stand on that. Remember, okay, we'll work out the details in a little bit. As that Libra moon and its mood helps to be that cardinal sign, which is a leader, helps to be that cardinal sign of the head. Libra says, I got a plan for that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Right? So at the end of Wednesday, when we have that notion that we are allowing our minds to service our soul, here comes the opportunities. Here comes the expansion from Wednesday rolling into Thursday. Why? Because Venus, the planet of money and love and worth and beauty, Venus, the planet of value, you dig, and passion. It wants to hit right and nice in a harmonic alignment with Jupiter, babies. Come on now, with Jupiter. But this is all in succession of you not allowing yourself to freak out in your head. You can't go from freak out moment to, oh, okay, there's the opportunity. And sometimes that happens. However, when you're in a freak out mood, you may not appreciate the opportunities. You may not appreciate Jupiter coming, and you may be greedy and snatch it for yourself. Get it real quick and don't understand the value of it. You get what I'm saying, y'all? You have to understand and appreciate that the universe is setting us up. Maybe there are some things on Monday and Tuesday and part of Wednesday that we have to get scattered brain about in order to bring in some focus, pull focus on the things that matter. That makes sense? Ooh, please, I hope y'all hearing this. Because at the end of Wednesday, when Venus hits up against Jupiter, come on, y'all. That's finding your love in the middle of a supermarket. That's tripping up on a lotto ticket and you win $30,000. Send me 5, please. That's you, knowing your worth straight away, going, all right, I got my brain in order. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I see the end. I see it. Because remember, Jupiter's blessings don't have to be tangible. They can be a feeling. It could be like, I got my courage back. It can be like, oh, somebody wants to help me out with my marketing. It can be like, oh, there's my woman. There's my best friend. There's, an opportunity to assist somebody as they assist me. You understand what I mean? It can be anything that feels good, but more importantly, expansive from where you are in that moment. It brings expansion of your heart, of your soul, for you to move on. Come on now. I love Thursday, I put here in the notes, because the moon will still be in Libra, but there's a plan of action now. Now, with the moon trining the sun on that day, the moon in Libra, the sun in Gemini, they go together. They're both air signs. That's a trine, right? Now they're harmonic. Now you ever see a Gemini and a Libra talk? My mother and my cousin Linda. Lord of mercy. Sometimes you can't get into that conversation on a really, really good day. Them air signs would be like, and it's beautiful. It's literally like a little rhythm section. It's a rhythm section because they know how to stay in their rhythm. They know how to share minds. And I'm speaking about they as the energy that we will all experience. That energy, when it gets together, becomes in sync. And all the things that were out of sync in the week before, the days before, become in sync, right? And now Gemini gives Libra the information that it needs to be the leader. And Libra goes, okay, that sounds good. So let's do ABC today. Let's do 1, 2, 3 tomorrow. Let's wait for this on down the line. You get what I'm saying? An organization begins to happen. And when that happens the same day, come on now, y'all know I love the universe. You know I love God. When that happens on Thursday, Mercury coming back into play in Gemini is sextiling Mars. Come on now. Now it's time to put some action on it. Now it's time to put some action on it. Good girl, mama. Good girl. Now it's time to put some action on that. Mars is action. Mars is courage. Mars is determination. Mars is aggression. Mars is anger. Mars is sex. You understand? Mars is movement. So y'all see the buildup? Do you see the buildup? Humor me. Y'all see the buildup? Scatterbrainness, and then Libra moon comes in, go, hold on, let me get hold of that scatterbrainness, and then now there's action behind it on Thursday. Come on, y'all. And if you're a sensitive type, don't just leave it till Thursday to happen, because sometimes a lot of us who are empaths and who are just quite intuitive we'll feel the thing happening before it happens. You dig? So when you feel like it's time to put that plan to action, do that, boo-boo. As long as you're clear. You got to be clear, because that moon in Libra wants to add to the clarity. Yo, if this is making sense to you on YouTube, can you hit that like button real quick and let YouTube know I'm doing my job and I can increase this algorithm and get new people into our community here? I'd really appreciate that. And share this information if you may, if it resonates with you. I always think it's good information. And to be quite honest with you, sometimes I don't remember shit I say. I have to listen back to my own thing. And by the way, squirrel, I'm coming back and I'm going to start with Friday. Did y'all feel that little emotional jolt last week? I had to talk to my mother about that. I said, Mom, sometimes I don't even listen to my own words as they come through me from spirit. Last week, I remember saying to y'all, there was going to be a nice little ride until we get to that moon in Cancer, and there's a dip, an emotional dip. Do y'all recall that? For those that like to listen to me on a weekly basis. And that dip allows us to go into our tears, allows us to release, and then we come up out of it. Did y'all experience that last week? Did you have a good crying spell? And if not, okay, but was it somebody around you that went into that space that you had to help them out? Because again, we're one. If it's not you going through it, it's somebody else, but we're connected. So I'm just wondering, let me know in the comments, or, however y'all want to let me know. Email me, let me know, talk to a sister. Last week was interesting like that. So this week, last week it was more emotional. This week is, again, heady. But we need to, in my opinion, and the reason why I come on here and share this information with y'all, because this information helps us to set up where we're going. It's not gold, it's not God. It's just sharing information about the energy that's in the air. So when it approaches you, you can go, oh, that's that thing. That's that thing. That's that heady thing. Slow down. Let me breathe. Let me do the things I need to do in order to keep myself on track. Does that make sense? Aluxa said that she had, or he had a huge crying spell from Cancer, Sun, and Moon. Yes. Last Wednesday, out of the blue, ZP. Yes. Yes. I'm glad y'all experienced. Not I'm glad y'all experienced that, the tears and all. But I seem to believe, and I know this to be true for myself, but I seem to believe that this is good for all of us, that tears are just a cleansing. And I know for myself, it's a superpower. Where it gets a little gnarly is when we try to hold on to those tears, when we try to block it, when we try to stay super heady, or we try to stay so practical, when we try to check off our to-do list and we ignore our emotional need to release and to cleanse and let it go. That's what I was forewarning y'all about last week. So I'm glad a few of you just let it out. Just let it out and be gone, because it's a mood. It's a mood that needs to wash things away. All right, coming back to Friday, and this is when the game changes, y'all. So remember, move on that heady energy on Thursday, okay? Let Mars gives you legs and plan that thing, and then do something. Talk to some people about it, make it a go. Green light special. On Friday, the moon goes into Scorpio. See? There's a whole nother vibration now. Now we dipping back into the deep, dark blue waters and feeling all the feelings. And it doesn't have to necessarily be emotional, but when we go deep, it doesn't always have to be emotional. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. But when we go deep, it's about discovering, feeling, uncovering, unearthing the feelings that we oftentimes just want to dismiss. We can do our best dismissing a whole bunch of feelings, but it's always going to come up, y'all. Y'all know what the elders used to say, whatever's in the wash is going to come out in the rinse. It's always going to come up. What's up, Angelique? I was just talking about you. Thank you for helping me out yesterday and supporting us, sister. Appreciate you. You get that? Whatever is in the wash is always going to come out in the rinse. So when the moon goes into Scorpio, especially when I tell you about Saturday, when the moon goes into Scorpio, it's asking for another deep dive. It's asking you to be persuasive onto you, to be a bully onto you, and try not to project that on other people, but to bully yourself into place. What does that look like? Anybody want to know? Ask the questions, y'all. Bully yourself into place. Okay? Show yourself what it is that you need to do. Maybe a couple of days ago, throughout all that heady energy, you was thinking, how can I do this thing? How can I really push it off? And then that Mars hooking up with Mercury on Thursday says, you can do this. Go ahead, start. Just start. Just put one foot in front of the other. But when that moon goes into Scorpio, it says, now let's go deep into your reserve. Let's go deep into your reserve. Let's figure it out. Let's feel it through. Let's uncover any insecurities that will get in the way. Let's uncover any things, any negativity, because Scorpio's negativity is vengefulness, is jealousy, trying to get back at a situation that happened years ago, which takes a lot of energy. When we go into that Scorpio energy, it's like, I need you to release all the things that's not working. Let me keep it going. Also on Friday, Venus goes into Taurus until July 4th. That's interesting. I love it. Maybe that's when the money is coming for all of us, babies. Why? Because Venus is the money sign. Venus is exalted in, no, it's not. Venus is exalted in Pisces. But Venus is nice and happy in Taurus. That's for sure. And what I mean by that is because Venus is about money. It's about value. It's about quality. It's about beauty. It's about worth and high self-esteem. Venus is about love, right? And when it's in its own sign of Taurus, yeah, Venus is the ruler to Taurus. Oh my God, that's a party right there. There's a lot of we may be going to some lavish dinners. We may buy a piece of clothing that costs way too much than you can afford right now, but gosh darn, it's beautiful, right? The beautiful things. You may want to save some money. You may want to make some more money, or take on a different, with Venus and Taurus, take on a different hustle in a sense, right? Excuse me, y'all. On a different hustle in a sense, a different stream of income, because Taurus and Venus is all about money. You either making it or you're spending it, while Venus is in Taurus. Also on Friday, oh, I like that. That moon in Scorpio will, how is that? Yeah, that's not true. The moon in Libra will trine Sonja will trine Mercury. Friday is a day to express yourself. Before that moon goes into Scorpio, to be in Libra, and it will trine Mercury. So Friday is a day to express yourself as you're going deep. Just want to put that out there. Also, that moon Yeah, that's going to be in Libra too. In the beginning of the day, is going to trine Jupiter. Here comes the opportunities to expand. I like that Friday inset. Yes. Friday, okay, in my mind, I just had a whole conversation I'm going to share with you. Friday ends that heady space of the flower blooming, because now you see the reasons why you had to prioritize, why you had to check off your to-do list, why things were so scattered. By Friday, not only is it time to move, but by Friday, it's time to get the opportunities, the expansion in Jupiter. It's time to do your best to get the blessings. Do your best to capitalize on the things that's happening for you. To do your best at the very least, y'all, just to stay optimistic about life. If all the answers are not there, why am I sweating so much? If all the answers are not there in your face in that moment, Jupiter says, don't worry about it. Smile about it. You know what, squirrel? You know what shook me out of my moment this morning is music. Almost always. But I tell you, music, something that keeps you in that Jupiter space, that keeps you in that space of opportunity, that space of optimism. Something needs to keep you there, shaking, dancing, feeling good, feeling alive about life. Friday will bring that for us. Now, on Saturday, I'm trying to move fast because I'm hungry, y'all. I haven't eaten, and just trying to give y'all some good information, and it's coming fast, to be honest with you. On Saturday, that moon stays in Scorpio, right? But it's going to square up Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto is Scorpio's planet. So some deep cleansing is going to happen on Saturday for sure. As we take the deep dive on Friday beforehand, and start recognizing all the things that we need to change and all the things that we need to unearth, right? On Saturday, it may go up against what it is that we are doing our best to transform through. Let me give you an example. That it's almost like what I was saying earlier, and how you have the old life that's dying and the new life coming about. On Saturday, possibly there can be an emotional, reaction to what is actually leaving, to the people that are leaving, to the things that are transforming in your life that you probably don't want to see go. Low key, your habits, anything that's holding on to dear life that made you who you were, it's gone. And you may have, and it's leaving real quick, and you may have some reaction to that on Saturday. I'm just saying. It's what it is doing, in my opinion, is unearthing the authenticity in you. What it is doing is showing you exactly what your soul needs to hear, needs to see, needs in order to move forward through this jubilant time that we're about to enter. Because that last bit of energy that was behind us, and I want to put it on COVID, but y'all know the feeling that happened around COVID. It got real muddled. It got real hard and challenging in so many different ways. That energy is leaving. And all the reasons and the justifications that you had for not doing a thing, it's not working no more. And on Saturday, you're going to get a gut punch that's going to tell you it ain't working, because you're slowly uncovering all of this stuff that's separating you from the past. So you can't run back and hold on to it for an excuse, because you look crazy in the middle of the street. Everybody else is going across the street and you're like, but I want to hold on to this. And everybody's like, that's done. That's not even available anymore. Are y'all hearing me? I feel like y'all hearing me, but you're doing other things, right? Okay. Know that to be true. And then on Sunday, look at this. Sunday, Mercury will go into Cancer. I'll explain that in a minute. Before it goes into Cancer, and it being in Gemini, it's going to conjunct Jupiter. Come on now. Jupiter is literally trying to save our lives this week. Jupiter in Gemini is like, I got you, boo-boo. It had to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times this week. And in my mind's eye, again, even with the scattered energy, in my mind's eye, even with Pluto being readjusted, even in my mind's eye, even with the moon in Scorpio say, go deep. Uncover some things. You might get an attitude, but come back up. Jupiter's like, don't worry, baby. There's reasons for that. There's opportunities coming for it. You need to slough out all these things. Come on, I got you. And Jupiter's in Gemini, which really don't get stressed about too much of nothing. Gemini is way too much in the fuck it kind of attitude and column of things where it's like, I'm not letting that stress me out. It's time for a party. So understand, hold on to the party this week, okay? Let your mind be the servant to the soul, okay? Okay. And because on Sunday with Jupiter conjuncting Mercury, the information and everything comes together. And we need that to happen. For the end of the day, when Mercury goes into Cancer, and for a little bit of time, for a couple of weeks with Mercury being in Cancer, now it will be time to think less and to intuit more. Does that make sense? Look at the buildup. With Mercury being in Gemini for the last couple of weeks, it's been about information. It's been about bringing all the blocks and the things together, the Legos, right? Building and putting all the Legos together, putting it in this compartment, color coordinating things, making sure you're planning in a way that can serve you in the best way possible, right? That's what Mercury and Gemini has been doing. So when it goes into Cancer on Sunday, it says, now that all your ducks are in a row, now that you've been planning, now that you went through that weird ass mental rinse cycle, now I want you to do your best to intuit what it is that you really, really need and the things that you need to say that's going to benefit you. Now I want you to think about other people, think about your family, okay? Because Cancer is all about family information. Right? Now I want you to take a moment and care for you. Care for you. Think about the things that you're going to benefit from. And that's the inner care, right? And how you should be your own best friend with a thing. Does that make sense to anybody? Everybody? Are y'all with me? I'm going to end it like that because I want to pull a card. Please ask me any questions. And I hope this information hits you. I hope you share it with some people. Okay? If it might not hit for you, it may hit for somebody else. I appreciate you being here, and I really, really appreciate the regulars. ZP, Melissa, how you doing, baby? My Virgo sister, y'all, come on. Angela Hill, I really appreciate y'all. Support is everything. It really, really, really is. We need one another, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Let's pull a card so I can go eat something. What y'all eating today? Did y'all have something to eat? Tell me what y'all ate. Give me some inspiration. See if I can come off my regular. You ever get squirrel? You ever get caught in a rut of just eating the same things over and over and over and over and over again? Thank you, Judy. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. One of my supporters. Thank you, sweetie pie face. I just get in the same rut sometimes. Yeah, pizza, Angela. Oh, Trader Joe's kale slaw with sliced up cucumbers and peanut dressing. That sounds good, ZP. Snow crab. Oh, I can't have crabs, Melissa. I wish I could. I'm allergic to shellfish nowadays. Mushroom, eggs, and spinach scramble. All right. Yes. Okay, y'all inspiring me. I got some mushrooms in there. I may do like an egg and mushroom kind of scramble. Throw a little bit of cucumbers on the side and tomatoes. Thank y'all for the inspiration. Judy has celery juice. I will not be drinking celery juice. That's for sure, young lady. Although it's delicious and it's really, really good for inflammation. I just don't have that in my refrigerator. All right. Let's spread a card and see what we got for the week, y'all. Great Mother, Father, God. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this time to share with the people all that's coming through. I appreciate you bringing the clarity and the joy and the love and the information that's for us in this moment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. All right. Get down on it. You want it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. All right. One came out straight away. Boom. Ooh, y'all. How about that? All right. All right. All right. All right. That makes sense to me. Maybe that's just for me. But here's the card that I pulled out. And this is why it makes sense for the collective. Because all of that heady energy, all of that back and forth, that mental acrobats of going back and forth and then trying to find a way to execute it with Mars and put some legs on that thing. And then try to muster up the emotions to be, happy about life and to see the road to where it is you want to go. It's not necessarily formed yet, but to see the road, all of that can be incredibly exhausting, y'all. Do you agree? If you don't, you can tell me you don't, but tell me if you do as well. Do you agree that I'm gonna be truthful with you, even giving y'all that report, I got a little exhausted. I'm tired already. I'm tired from last night. So maybe this is mine. But I think it's worth y'all paying attention to how you treat your body this week and don't over exhaust yourself doing all the things because you're trying to stay perfect. You're trying to stay in alignment. You're trying to stay organized. Sometimes it's okay to fall apart just a little bit. Saskia, you get that? Let me read it. Let me read it. Let me read it for you. Let me read it. Okay. This is the portrait of one whose whole life energy has been depleted in his effort to keep fueling the enormous and ridiculous machine of self-importance and productivity. How about I can read that? Do y'all want me to read that again? I think I want to read that again. Hit that like button if this makes sense there on YouTube, okay? Let's read that one more time because that's a long ass sentence and that means a lot. This, you want to see it? Instagram, this is the portrait of one whose whole life energy has been depleted in his efforts to keep fueling the enormous and ridiculous machine of self-importance and productivity. He has been so busy keeping it all together and making sure everything runs smoothly that he has forgotten to really rest. No doubt he can't allow himself to be playful. To abandon his duty for a trip to the beach could mean the whole structure might come tumbling down. This message, the message of this card, is not just about being a workaholic, though. It's about all the ways in which we set up safe but unnatural routines for ourselves. And by doing so, we keep the chaotic and the spontaneous away from our doors. Yo, life isn't a business to be managed, it's a mystery to be lived. It's time to tear up the time card, break out of the factory, and take a little trip into the uncharted. Your work can flow more smoothly from a relaxed state of mind. Ashe, I mean, Aho Watakwe I say. I hope that helps and that assists you in some small way. Again, take the breaks. That's what Saturn was saying. Saturn was saying utilize that discipline. Utilize the understanding this week of discipline to say that you need a little bit of time for work and a little bit of time for play, a little bit of time for rest. It's all balance, boo-boos. Even though in your head, the servant, the mind may not have it all figured out this week, it's okay. Figure out what you can so you don't overly exhaust yourself and then you can't do nothing. Or at the very least, and I'm knocking on wood because I don't want this to happen to anybody, trip and fall or break an ankle, stub a toe or something like that. Because that's what happens when we move too fast, trying to do all the things that are scattered about. You dig what I'm saying? Just do what you can, babies. It's all right. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is judging you, even if they act like they are. Trust and believe. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I hope y'all well. Take care of yourself. Please share this video if it helped you in some kind of way. I really, really would appreciate that. Donate to the channel, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all the things. Come see a sister play on July 6th. Oh, and please take advantage if you weren't here of my summer special, 222 for the month of June and the month of July. I'm going to put the link here on YouTube, but it's already in my link tree in my bio on Instagram, and it's also located on my website, wordlifeastrology.com. Wordlifeastrology.com. It's only for the months of June and July. You get $111 off. And I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Adios. Peace, baby.